Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of On the Couch. I'm Alexa Carini.
And I'm Ryan Reeves. To start off our show today, we're here with Sasha and Tyler from Sigma Iota Rho. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
No problem.
Thank you for coming.
So, when I hear Greek letters, I automatically assume like parties and stuff like that. So, please elaborate for me what exactly your organization does.
Yeah, so Sigma Iota Rho is the international studies, sort of international affairs, honor society. Sort of the national chapter, their goal overall is to bring students who have sort of a passion or interest in international affairs or global affairs and contemporary world issues sort of together into a forum and a sort of a club to discuss these things, gain a better understanding of what's going on, and sort of plan activities that they would enjoy related to the field. We're a pretty new club on campus. We just got our petition the spring in April from SGA, so it's our first semester, but so far so good. But very excited.
That's international. That sounds awesome. So since you said that you guys are new, I'm going to ask you a question maybe about the future. Do you see yourselves, like maybe when it grows, going to other places?
Internationally?
Yes.
Well, the club, possibly. We encourage a lot of people in the club to study abroad. I personally have already studied abroad. He is studying abroad in the spring.
Awesome.
He's going to China for the semester. I studied in London for about 2-3 weeks this past summer. So we encourage as much traveling as possible because it's an amazing experience in general, but especially for the subject because now it's a concentration and a minor. We're becoming a minor, and I think it's major too.
Yep, it's a brand new major.
So we encourage as much traveling and international affairs as we possibly can. We have panels set up where people from different parts of affairs come in, like international security, international diplomats. Like we try and get as much as we possibly can.
Yep.
That sounds great. And individually, what do you do for the club?
So I was the former president. Like Sasha said, I will be studying abroad in I think literally like 2.5 weeks. I'm leaving Christmas Day.
Oh,
That's so exciting.
So I stepped down a little early. So our new president, Morgan, is amazing. She's doing a great job, but I'm just sort of a member now, helping out wherever they need me.
So when you were president, what were some of the things that you did?
So the big things was emailing your e-board, sort of delegating tasks and making sure they emailed you back. Other than that, really brainstorming some ideas for activities, service projects, some outreach, different ways we can get involved on campus and in the community.
Great.
Okay, so anybody in the... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Is this just for international studies or anybody can join?
Anybody can join.
Anyone can join.
I personally, I'm a dual major and a dual minor, so I'm history and secondary ed, and then I have my minor in international studies and Asian studies. So we try and branch out to literally everybody. We are getting involved with as many other clubs as we possibly can. We've reached out to the international students that live on campus. We reached out to the history organizations, the education organizations to try and do workshops with that. So anybody can join.
Yeah, that's great.
Is there any emphasis on like foreign languages or?
No, we encourage sort of everyone to go out and learn.
Right.
Whatever they're passionate in, whatever they're interested in. Like, I don't know, we have people learning Japanese, Arabic,
cool.
Chinese, of course, Spanish, French. So we've got everything you can imagine in terms of language.
I wish I would have known about this earlier. No, I took possibly as far as I could go in Italian, and no, seriously. And like my class is this year going to be like the first like Italian 4 that they had at Rowan. So that was great.
Yeah.
How many people are in the club?
Ooh.
It's grown a lot
Oh,
since
really?
the beginning of the
Quite a lot,
semester.
yeah.
How much? How did it start and how did
Probably
it
at
finish?
least 30 to 40, possibly more people involved now.
That's great.
Then there already was.
Yeah, I mean, so we're getting a lot of people. It's just amazing the amount of people who are interested in this sort of the field and coming out and finding students with the same passion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what kind of service projects have you done since the clubs began? I know you're still fairly new, so.
This semester alone, we did the Haunted Student Center with a bunch of any other club basically on campus that did it, which was a lot of fun. We had a good amount of volunteers come. We had tons of kids come up, and we had so much candy that I actually took home because I'm like, I want this too. It's not just for the kids.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, me neither. I was literally took the words out of my mouth.
We are planning on doing a trip to the United Nations in the spring. We have also, actually tonight we have an event that we're counting as a service project. It's we're working with the Writing Center tonight, And it's a board game night with free pizza. So if you guys want free pizza, stop by later. But
Where is this?
The
Yeah,
Writing
no.
Center. Yes.
Let's write that
I
down real
expect to
quick.
see you both there. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That sounds great.
yeah, we're heading there after.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Back to the rain. But anyway, we also had another event sort of around Halloween time as well with the International House.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted to get involved with the international students on campus just because, you know, they're definitely part of their own community. So we had another board game night sort of just to get together
Right.
with them. So that was really exciting. We had a lot of good food, met a lot of nice people.
That sounds great. So I'm sorry, how often does everybody get together?
Every week, basically, almost
yeah,
every other
almost
week.
every other week. Towards the end of the semester now, we're sort of a little bit
Yeah, Wednesday
less,
nights at 5 generally.
And a typical meeting is like,
At
Around-
most, maybe an hour.
Okay.
Generally, they go half hour, 45 minutes, depending on what's on the agenda.
Okay, so do you generally have certain things that are always on the agenda, or does it change like weekly?
We generally always talk about upcoming service projects that we could do and other just things that we could branch out for the Rowan community in general. Attendance, we always want to see how many more people came. We thank everybody for whoever came. You know, can we get this club to do this with us, or can we get these people to come and speak to us about something? You know, we always want to do more.
All right. So,
yeah.
so you've so you've collabed with
okay.
a lot of other clubs, or
We're starting to branch out too, yeah.
that's pretty good.
Just out of curiosity, do you guys have any connections with other, like I know that there's Italian clubs, but like any other like language clubs, like especially?
We plan to start branching out to that. I mean, obviously we're still fairly new, but we have a couple students that are foreign language majors or minors, and they are working with some professors or the leaders of the clubs to try and get them to work together with us, because I think that'd be even better for
Right.
the club in
Yeah.
general.
I mean, we do work very closely with the International Club. I think the Writing Center now as well. So, I mean, all of our members are very involved on campus, so we're hopefully going to tap them and then sort of branch out, make some collaborations happen.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about the students that are involved, but do you have many like professors or advisors that help out with anything?
Our one main professor is Dr. Corinne Blake. She's the coordinator for international studies for the new major and the minors. She's in the history department, and she's also a history professor as well. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. She is one of the sweetest professors I think I've ever
yeah.
met. And she will do practically anything to keep this club keep going.
Yeah, and what's interesting about international studies as well is that it's an interdisciplinary field. So like Sasha said, Dr. Blake is a history professor, and we have another couple professors in the history department that are heavily involved in our club. But like I said, we're interdisciplinary, so we have political science, geography, bunch of other things
Yeah, a
as
bunch
well.
of
Those are
things.
sort of the bigger ones that are involved.
That's great. Thank you, Sasha and Tyler, so much for coming today.
Yeah, thank
No,
you for
thank
having
you.
Thank you
us.
so much.
Coming up after the break, we've got the Early Childhood Club, so stay with us.
Which planet are we living on? Earth is right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach?
You're all a part of our...
Chances are, you have no idea.
We're gonna turn on the lights and everybody look up.
Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back. So we just heard from Sigma Iota Rho. Now we're joined by Angela Catola from the Early Childhood Club.
Very nice to have you here.
Thank
so
you.
the early childhood, the ECC, or I
Yeah.
was going to say. So what exactly do you do? And is it just for like early childhood education majors, or is that kind of open for anybody who's
Our
interested?
club is, of course, open for everyone. Anyone can join. We do a lot of events. All of our events are for local children in the Glassboro and surrounding communities, children. So most of our members are early childhood, or some of them are elementary. Our president is actually an elementary ed major. And then we also have some psychology majors as well. So we have like a diverse group of people, even though we are for early childhood. We have a lot of different people in our club.
Okay, so you said you work with like the children in the area?
Yeah.
So what is something that you guys might do?
So an event we do is Play Day, and we do that in April, and it's really awesome. It's a lot of fun, and it's developmentally appropriate for children around preschool. Any child can come, but our activities are geared towards that age group. So last year we did it at the Rowan Resource Center, and it was outside, and we had a bouncy house, and we had like blocks where they could like basically like build a town or make buildings. So we have activities for the children to do, and it's all of our events are free. And we have fundraisers to raise money for our events. So we have a lot of activities we do with them. That's just one of them.
I was just imagining in my head like the kids running
Oh my
all over the
goodness.
place.
So you have to have the patience of.
Yeah,
How many kids can you typically see at one of these events? Because
So our events range with like every event we do, but with Play Day we've seen like 20 to 30 children show up. So, which is, you know, trying to get the word out. It is a good group of people. So some of our events we have more. It all depends on like weather and like the time of year and if people are busy or not. So it all depends.
So how would you get the word out?
So ways we get the word out is we have social media. So we have a Twitter, an Instagram, and a Facebook where we put all of our events that we're having when they start. And we also have flyers that we'll hand out to schools and the communities and just make them aware that this is an event we're having, that it's free, that everyone is welcome, and encourage everybody to come when they can, if they can.
okay,
So yeah.
So what is your job and as part of the ECC?
So my job in the Early Childhood Club is the social media representative, so I handle the social media accounts, and I also come up with new ideas to connect our club together. So I created a GroupMe so that all of our members could connect with one another. And so it's also social because we want everybody to feel welcome in our club as much as we are, of course, about helping the local children in the community. We're a club on a college campus, so we want our members to feel like included and welcome. So I created a GroupMe with all of our members so that they're aware if they have questions before the event, they could ask us like real quick, where are you guys, what's going, you know, because sometimes they may not be able to find people at big events. So we have that, and then I also run the Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter, so where we post pictures of our events as well.
Okay.
When you post pictures, just out of curiosity, of the children, I'm assuming.
Well, we don't post pictures of the children as of right now because if we were to do that, we would have to get a permission slip
Right, that's what
signed.
I was gonna ask.
That's understood.
So we don't post pictures of children unless we're okayed by the parents to
Right.
do that. So as of now, our pictures are of our members of our club. So one of the pictures I recently posted was of an event we do, the Mad Hatter Tea Party, which is to celebrate Universal Children's Day, which is a holiday dedicated to celebrate children and their rights and their freedoms and just kids in general. And it's an Alice in Wonderland themed because Mad Hatter. So we have a Mad Hatter costume that I posted a picture of. And the kids loved it. Like they loved seeing the Mad Hatter in person. And so that's something that
So I
we
love
do.
that. I love that theme you just said. Was there like a different theme every year, or is it typically?
With the Mad Hatter Tea Party, it's always the same theme.
Right.
That's one of our consistencies, and it's a hit, so that's why we continue to do it every year. With some of our other events, Play Day, we have had different themes in the past, but this year we're focusing on Earth Day. So, yeah, we're focusing on Earth Day. Our event is April 22nd, so I'm really excited about it.
I can imagine they would do something fun for Earth Day too.
Yeah,
Like the kids
yeah.
would get to do
So
something
we're
fun.
gonna start to plan that out when we come back. So
That's
I'm really
good.
excited.
So you guys, how often does the club meet with one another?
We meet typically every other Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30 in the Early Childhood Demo Center, which is where they have the preschool. And our club advisor, Leah, is the is one of the head preschool teacher. So yeah, we love her. She's great. She's very helpful and enthusiastic about the club.
That's good. So about how long has the club been around long, or is it fairly new development? Or?
The club has been around since I was a freshman. So I joined when I was about a sophomore, and the club was running strong, had good e-board, had a decent amount of members. I have seen an increase in membership this year with different types of people, like psychology majors joining as well, which I think speaks to our community that we've grown with our members and the fun events that we do. Even if you're not an early childhood major, doesn't mean you don't want to hang out with kids all day and
right. No.
do events with them.
We're just going to say that she's a senior, so it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep learning about these clubs that Rowan has, and I'm a little upset
And
because
I'm just
I
finding
love
out now. I do love kids.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
a lot of
definitely, having 30 kids as an event is,
It takes the right kind of person.
you
Yeah.
would, I mean, I used to be a daycare teacher.
Yeah,
so
I am too, actually.
Yeah, I get the sense of all the kids.
Yeah.
About how old are the kids who usually show up?
They're usually about, I would say around 3 years old, they range. So, because a lot of times parents will bring babies with them if they have a small child too. So sometimes it is infants, but they can't necessarily participate in the activities. Sometimes we'll give them stickers and things, or we'll have things for them to do, but it's geared towards children who are able to physically get around.
They probably love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us about the club?
I guess that we just always encourage new members to come and join, and we really love the opportunities we get to help the Glassboro and surrounding communities and their children. And all of our events are free, and we fundraise for them. So we're not making a profit. We just do it because we love children and we love being able to help the community in any way that we can.
That's so nice. All right, Angela,
So,
thank you so
thank
much
you.
for coming
Thank you so
today.
much for being here today.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Coming up after the break, we've got our hot topics. Don't go away.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back and welcome to Hot Topics. Our first hot topic is the new Mummy reboot, which we have a trailer for here, so take a look.
and monsters. I saw her. She is real. Please meet Princess Amunet. She will claim what she has been denied.
That was great.
That was great, right? It
Yeah.
looks so amazing. I gotta tell you, I was very skeptical at first because myself, I was a big fan of the, Brendan Fraser
Same.
versions.
I really was.
It looks like it's got some great new elements. Like the beginning, it almost looks like he dies.
Yeah.
Is that what you got out of that?
I mean, I
Then he's,
don't
like,
think that they're going to kill
resurrected.
Tom Cruise right in
Right.
the beginning, but
But
that
it looks like he got resurrected though, not that they're going to keep him dead.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of, you might be right, but I didn't, like in, like the original movies, how they could bring her back to life. Are
Right,
you
but it
thinking
looks
that
like
maybe
he can't. I don't know. I don't know if you noticed it in the trailer, but there's like after that plane crash,
Yeah.
he wakes up in a body bag.
Oh, I honestly
But
don't
let's
know.
talk about that new mummy. We have a female mummy this time around,
Yeah.
and she looks unstoppable. Like I don't know how Tom Cruise is going to manage to get his way out of this one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first, but I'll definitely see it. I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely will, just because, like, you could tell, like, the new movie versus the older ones,
Right.
like, technology-wise, it looks a lot better. However, I really did love those other movies, so that gives me even more of a reason
Right.
to want to see it.
They were definitely cutting edge for their time.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And then the follow-up, Scorpion King, The Rock,
Oh, Scorpion King.
beautiful creature. Okay, so our second hot topic?
Is the Dakota Access Pipeline, which the protesters seem to have made some leeway. The Department of the Army, they actually stopped construction on it to go through, I believe, go under the Mississippi River.
Right.
So it's been halted for a little bit. I mean, it's a small victory right now, but it's not the end of the fight.
Right.
I don't know. Have you seen on the news how like people are getting like shot with like these rubber bullets, but how much damage they do?
I have not, so do you
Yeah.
want to tell me a little bit about that?
So the protesters, they're literally being shot, hosed, whatever, beaten. They're scarred, they're bruised, they're bleeding. I think the whole thing's just like a complete
And
tragedy.
who were they being shot by?
Like police that are out
Oh.
there. So.
That sounds very violent.
No,
But,
yeah, it's definitely
well,
extremely violent.
Yeah, I
for-
think that, I mean, you could see both sides of everything, but sometimes either side could get a little too aggressive, so it's
Either-
hard to say.
Well, it's hard to say, but for the most part, the protesters have been pretty peaceful.
Yeah.
Especially since it's concerning their land.
Right.
So I kind of think it's a little bit overkill.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
And the third hot topic will be a man who continuously finds his name in the media.
In the media. Kanye West.
Kanye West.
He recently went off on like a wild tangent, just bashing celebrities and whatever at
I'm surprised though. He bashed Jay-Z and
Beyonce, who he typically loves.
Right. He's always hanging out with them.
He's been institutionalized or
Right.
hospitalized, and I think the biggest upset for me is seeing people. I know people. Not everybody likes Kanye West because
Right.
he says things and he does wild
Kanye
things.
is Kanye.
But let's talk about the events leading up to his hospitalization.
Right.
One, he almost lost his wife, and she was almost killed.
Right.
Two, that concert was around the anniversary of his mother's death, so he
Right.
was obviously going through a lot at that point. I see a lot of people on social media bashing him and saying that's what he gets, or like, no, that's not what he gets. And if it's mental illness, that's never a laughing matter,
Right.
if it's a celebrity or not. And that's
Yeah.
just my take on it. Sorry,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm very emotional about the topic,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like that's never a laughing matter. And I really hope he does get well. I really hope everything gets better for him.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, great music.
He's got a beautiful family, and
Yes, definitely. I mean, you don't want to see anybody who has two young kids go through something
Right.
like that.
Not at all.
And if it is like a serious, well, I read that he's actually being hospitalized under, labeled it exhaustion. So I
Right.
think that it's just, and what you said, I mean, obviously, I mean, I didn't know that from seeing the things that you see in the news. I didn't even know that, so I
Right.
don't think that everybody's taking that into effect, but definitely we hope that it gets better for Kanye.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and join us again next week for more On the Couch.